911. What's your emergency?
My son's missing. He's taken out. I myself last night. I want to get out for a drive. Something gathering. I turned around, nothing there. I don't know where he is. Can somebody please come help me? She's gone.
Hey everyone, I am doing a quick redo and slightly deeper dive on this because while I know when I posted the first version of this, in the description I said I didn't really have any new personal revelations to share, just that time is short. Well, I may have spoken too soon. I posted an update about my update in my community, but seriously, so few people see those posts. It's like for every 1,000 subscribers I have, I get 3 views in my community. Quick recap, then I'll get to the new revelation, and time is short. If this is correct, when I say time is short, I mean December 17th, December 21st short. That's, what is it? Today is December 15th as I'm making this. That's 2 days. 2 days from the time I am saying this, the world could be very, very different. Thus my urgency. You know from my timeline, my ultimate final backstop date is March 31st, 2026, and I have my reasons. If you know anything about me or have watched any of my videos, you know I don't just shout out dates unsupported by anything. That date is solid and is prophetically, scripturally, apocryphally, and exegetically supported. And I'm sure if I thought about it a minute longer, I could come up with another adverb or adjective. I was already talking about Hannukah 2025, but attaching it to the thought, if something's going to happen during Hannukah, it needs to happen before the winter solstice. You know, associating it with or making it dependent upon Matthew 24, verses 20 and 21 that says, "But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." Then 5 doves blows everyone's minds with this video that I showcased in my video looking at December 17th. And by the way, go to his channel because he just did a part 2, and it's even crazier. If that first one wasn't a mind bender, this one surely is. Before that, there was videos done by others like Repo Man and Ecru Symphony about there being a never-before-seen menorah-shaped pattern within the Schumann resonance. That, again, is one of the contributors that had me looking at Hannukah as a possibility that later became a high watch date for me. And I originally was watching only the last day of Hannukah, the 21st, on the Hebrew calendar. That is, until I realized the Essene calendar has December 17th as the last day. So, another reason. But considering the Hebrew versus the Essene calendars, if the last day of Hannukah on the Hebrew calendar is the 21st, then the 17th would be the middle. And what's in the middle of a menorah? What's called a helper candle. Jesus is the helper that keeps the temple lamps lit. They just don't know it. So I thought, what if the helper removes the lampstands and the restrainer and the bride on that date, fulfilling Revelation 4? Just as Hannukah starts, whether it was a real event or a false flag, Jews are still being victimized and are the ultimate target of the enemy. So please don't stop praying for Israel and the Jews because you think you're being tricked with false flags. To put your mind at rest, you are. We all are. The father of lies runs the show down here, but don't let your love of others grow cold because you don't want others to think you're a sucker for believing head fakes by the devil. Anyway, as Hannukah starts, Jews are slaughtered in Australia on the 14th. That occurrence is what truly got my attention. And then I brought up my timeline where I have first day of Hannukah 2032, December 8th, as the start of the millennial kingdom. And if this is go time, finally, then that locks in the 7-year tribulation for reals. Hardly any tarry needed. That would make the tribulation 7 years from bookend Hanukahs, Hannukah 2025 to Hannukah 2032. I mean, let's go already. But God's will be done. I was watching Brother Ricardo Garcia's latest and how he feels right now after having watched for so long and having so many friends and family turn their backs on him over the years, and we're still here. My experiences as a watchman are pretty similar to his, and I'm sure a lot of you are as well, in that I started preaching about the end, and I literally lost all of my friends on Facebook. All of them. Every single one. I ended up disappearing from social media entirely. I canceled all my accounts around 2021. And I continued on with watching and warning by myself. And at the time, I was even alone in my own house because back then my wife even thought that I was acting crazy. And I was doing this across about 5 platforms, I think. No, 7, actually. Yeah, I was on Gab, Parler, Brand New Tube, MeWe, BitChute, Rumble, and YT. And I was straight up banned with no reason given from Gab, Parler, and Brand New Tube. MeWe is worthless, so I set that raft adrift a long time ago. And ultimately, even YT banned me in 2022. So that left me on easily the crappiest 2 platforms, Rumble and BitChute, with the latter one being so bad between you and me, I privately pronounced BitChute in my head with the vowel sounds reversed. For the tone deaf, that would be butte, like a flat-topped mountain for the first syllable, and then shh. So go to the lot. So mostly I existed on Rumble, and no one watches Rumble. I returned to both Facebook and YouTube in 2024, this time no longer focused on decodes or conspiracy theories, just Jesus and his imminent return. And so far, so good. With my new Facebook, my friends and subscribers are almost entirely made up of other Christians and watchers, and I make it known I no longer tolerate arguments or mocking of Jesus. The hour is too late for that. That then brings me to the video I did yesterday, the first FallOut video I did, but I kept it light and mostly focused on here's my thoughts, and I don't really have any new revelations, so here's some pics and video of strange weather events and signs in the sun, moon, and stars over my house. Until Sister Caitlin from this channel, she keeps connecting all the dots for me that I totally miss. Thank you for that, Caitlin and Mama. And when she told me what I'm about to explain to you, I had to do a redux of the previous video, sans the 20 minutes of weather pics. You can go see my last one for that if you're so inclined, but I will tack the end of the world video sequence done to Walter Murphy's Fifth of Beethoven again at the end of this one because it still totally applies. I swear the world is exactly like the movie They Live Now. Put on these glasses and the conspiracies hidden beneath narratives get revealed. I don't know whether to be frightened or excited to have understood the decode that's been right in my face the whole time, but I missed this one until Sister Caitlin and Mama commented to me about my video, about the portion of the video where the camera zooms in on a burning dead hand.
This is a human arm.
Caitlin had me look up what dead hand means. It's I got to be careful to not use buzzwords. Maybe I'll overpronounce certain words, then similar to Dan Aykroyd's character in the movie Dr. Detroit.
I have a chiropractic practice. I make adjustments to the human spine.
So anyway, a dead hand is a nuclear dead man switch that auto-launches the bear's stockpile. Then I recalled he said it was the arm of a fat man.
This is a human arm, specifically a fat man's. It burns nice, doesn't it?
Inferring he killed Santa, but Fat Man was a nuclear gravity bomb dropped on Nagasaki. Trivia question, what can't be intercepted that would trigger a dead hand? Answer, something dropped with no propulsion or heat signature for interceptors to lock onto. Consider also the title is FallOut. This promo clip I talked about in the last one was posted on the 13th. Rebellion. There's a lightning bolt in the O, mark of the devil, that will probably become tattoos during the tribulation. The video starts with a blinding flash. Takes place as we approach winter, with the solstice is 12/21, ending with them showing the date December 17th.
And that's it for me, kids. Stay alive out there. I'm technically not. It's Mr. New Vegas signing off. A Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
Matthew 24:20 and 21 says, "But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day." Why? Why not on the Sabbath day or in winter? "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." That's the timing. That really sounds like the timing. Well, December 20th is Shabbat, or the Sabbath. If Matthew 24 is referring to
Hannukah.
Tired of that yet? Okay, let's be serious. So if winter starts 12/21 and 12/20 is the Sabbath, and Israel is to pray their flight is not in winter or on the Sabbath, that leaves the 19th or earlier, with my eyes staring crazily at the 17th. Makes my Fifth of Beethoven music video at the end seem prescient. People already think that I'm crazy, so who cares what I look like if there's even the slightest possibility? If I can get just one more through the fear of death, like it says in Hebrews 2:15, and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. Get one more person to accept Jesus Christ's free offer of salvation before the stuff hits the fan. Besides, looking crazy confuses the algorithm and keeps me hidden from the eyes of the enemy by seeming like a benign, humble lunatic. When these things happen, if you find yourself still here, it is my prayer you remember the crazy things this benign yet humble lunatic said, and find us to join the wedding feast already in progress as a guest. I'm not even going to end this with, "and then if nothing happens, I'm still watching until such and such," because you know that I believe we're in the zone. If we race past this exit, I'm not taking my foot off the gas. Whenever our destination appears, it's going to appear suddenly and without warning in the middle of the road, and I'm going to embrace it with ramming speed, knowing I will get snatched from the driver's seat in the nick of time. God bless.
crazy pill!